Zhongli Rerun is just around the corner. Most of you will probably build him as a support, but you might want to try out Physical DPS Zhongli. Hello everyone, it's me Therapy. Today we're doing a quick comparison between support Zhongli and Physical DPS Zhongli. I'll go over some pros and cons of each build and if it's viable to build him as a DPS carry. Let's take a look at support Zhongli in a little bit more detail first. You can either build him as a full shield or full burst damage support. So let's take a look at what each of these support playstyles does for you. Full shield Zhongli, like the name suggests, focuses on shield to shred enemy defense and resistance. This is combined with 4-piece tenacity of the Millilith artifact or 4-piece noblesse. These artifacts give the team more attack or more shield strength, which is perfect for amplifying our damage of other teammates. Some pros are strong shield, can be used in any team comp, taking away the need to dodge attacks, in turn making stamina management easier on characters that focus on charge attack. Super easy to build, and some cons are there's not much damage involved with this build. Burst damage only focus heavily on doing as much damage as possible with his ultimate, focusing builds around crit and geo damage. Artifacts used are 2-piece Noblesse and 2-piece Arcanic Petra. Pros are big rock damage and still have some shield strength for resistance shredding. Some cons are just the shield's not as strong as the full shields only and could be taken out before the duration ends, so not giving your team as much damage buff as the full shields only would. Any of these two builds will make Zhongli to one of the best supports in the game. What you build would depend on what your team requires. If you want more damage, you can go for full burst damage Zhongli. If you want more survivability with a little bit of damage boosting, you could go for full shield. It really just depends on what you're looking for. Before we dive into looking at physical DPS only, let's take a look at what makes this possible. His normal attack, Rain of Stone, on the 5th attack, it rapidly hits 4 times. If you don't know what Crescent Spike does, whenever you pick up an elemental energy, normal and charge attack will deal additional damage equal to 20% of attack for 5 seconds. This goes up to 40% at Refinement rank 5. Getting this weapon is not super hard. You can get one from the Leeway shop, another one from Spiral Abyss, another one from this Frostbearing tree, and lastly from Sacred Sakura tree. This means you can get an R4 pike by just playing the game. What makes this weapon really good is a spear kick from his normal attack. At the end of the attack, he'll do a kick that does rapid damage 4 times, and this 4 times will activate Crescent Spike passive 4 times as well. This is a very easy way to get damage out very quickly, and most of the time you want to follow this up with another dash animation cancel just to stop his last attack from happening. As for team comps, you mostly want to run an off-field superconduct team. This means some electro characters that can apply electro while not being on the field, and another cryo unit as well. Some examples would be someone like Fischl and Diona, but there's a lot of options, so these are not the only things you're limited to. I also find having a really good reaction-based sub-DPS team works a lot as well. Someone like Shincho and Shunning, these two work really good together in a reaction-based team. As for the last character, I really like to run Albedo or Yunjin for Geo Resistance, plus they're really good sub DPS and Yunjin can boost our normal attack damage a little bit as well. If you don't have Yunjin, Bennett also works as a healer as well and boosting our attacks together just really nicely wraps the whole team together. Some pros for this type of build is it's very easy to play and you have a lot of freedom with your team comps. You can almost run anything and it will be perfectly fine. You still have some shield strength to do a lot of damage to let you do like sub DPS to do damage as well. And cons is that your max DPS ceiling, just so like the maximum possible damage you could do is probably not going to be as high as like actual DPS characters. And to answer the question if you should build physical DPS only over like a standard support only, it's going to depend. If your goal is trying to clear Abyss, like max clear, get every single star, physical DPS only is not going to get you there no matter what you do. It's just not going to happen. If you want to have like actual chance of clearing it, you're probably going to build a support only with a proper team, and that'll be much better than what physical DPS only can offer. But if you don't care about Abyss at all, this could be a super fun team to play around with, and it doesn't take a lot of resource to get going, so it's something you could just try for fun if you want. But if you do care about Abyss, this is probably not the right team for you. If you're new to the game, this could be a very good build at the start because Superconduct in the early game is super strong because resistance shredding is not super important till like late game. We're trying to push as much damage as possible. Superconduct just works a lot easier and can get damage through so much easier. And when you hit the late game, you can transition from a physical DPS only build to a full support only build when you have more characters to work with and you have a really good DPS unit as well. But let's say you just started the game yesterday, is it worth pulling Zhongli over Ganyu for a physical DPS build or even a support build? Maybe not. If you want one of the best DPS in the game, you should definitely pull for Ganyu. But if you want to have a really flexible unit that can work with any team comp, then pull Zhongli, even if you don't plan on making him into a physical DPS unit. To summarize the whole video up, if you want to build support Zhongli or physical DPS Zhongli, it's going to depend on two factors. One, do you have a really good team? If you have a team that could benefit from it for support Zhongli with shield and shredding, build him support. But if you don't have a really good team that can't benefit around his shield or burst damage, build him physical DPS, it will work great. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like and let me know in the comments down below if you're going to pull Zhongli or Ganyu. Best of luck with your wishes and have a great day.